friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the start of a new weekly reading vlog. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm in the mood to read this week, so I think this might be a little bit of a mood reading vlog. I have been struggling a little bit, and I honestly don't know why. I started a highly anticipated sequel this week and just could not get into it. I don't know if it's me, I don't know if it's the book, but I was like, this is not getting me to read. I had read like 100 pages in 3 days, which is not like me at all. So I decided to put it down. We are gonna start something new, and I'll probably go back to that book and I'll let you know when I do, but now is not that time. So I don't know what I wanna start. I feel like I might need a cutie little romance. I feel like a high fantasy, really intense series is not what I'm feeling right now, which is a bummer because I currently have The Well of Ascension and Empire of the Damned to check out for my library right now, and neither of those are calling to me at the moment. I'm hoping maybe if I read like a 300-page cutie little romance, I'll get back into the mood and I can jump into like Empire of the Damned or The Well of Ascension or any of the other fantasy books that I currently have on my TBR, but today is not that day. So I'm going to take some time to figure out what I want to read, and then I'll come back and I'll let you know. But in the meantime, I do have some chores I need to do around the house. I have some laundry I need to do. I've got a little bit of cleaning. I also decided in the month of September to kind of like rebound from the craziness of summer, is we are doing a different kind of like house project or deep clean in the house to get through like my entire to-do list of deep cleaning the house. So I am a little behind on this goal. I think I've done 6 things. Today is the 11th, so I need to catch up a little bit. So I'm cleaning the dryer and I'm cleaning the grates on the stove. This is very exciting. Very exciting content over here. I apologize, but that's kind of the state of my mind, the state of my house. And I think we just kind of need to like reel it back a little bit and get back to basics. And hopefully cleaning the house, getting my life a little bit together will help my brain and let me like push through whatever like reading slump or fog I'm currently in, so we can get back to regularly scheduled programming over here. But that is the current plan for today. I'll let you know when I've got a book picked out, but just know this reading vlog might be a little bit all over the place. We're gonna do some mood reading. I hope I can find some fun romances and kind of like find the spark again. So let's get started on a few chores and let's go find a new book. Cleaning around the house today, I started an audiobook and I thought I'd talk to you guys about it. It is The Shards of Ophelia, which is book 2 in the, what is the name of that? I don't know, The Curse of Ophelia series. This is by Nicole Platania and it's on Kindle Unlimited. I do have the audiobook, so I'm listening to that. I can't really say too much because it is the second book and I don't want to spoil it for you, and I feel like the second book definitely picks up like right where the first book leaves off. But this is a fantasy romance series, definitely like higher fantasy, I would say. I did really enjoy book 1. I read it, I don't know, a couple years ago, I want to say. So it's been a while since I read book 1, but I do feel like picking up book 2, I kind of remembered a lot of like very specific details about the story. I think some of the like magic or lore has been lost to me, so that's a little unfortunate and I have to kind of remember what's going on that side of things. But The second book is dual POV so far. We'll see if we get any other POVs. We definitely get Ophelia's POV, and then there's one other POV that we also get. And I haven't really heard much from that POV, but so far I'm enjoying it. And I don't know, we'll see how I like it. I am currently trying to clean my grates for my stove. And I'm making like this little paste of baking soda and water, and hopefully this will kind of cut some of the grease. I did soak them for a long time earlier today, so I'm hoping things will go well. But cleaning wise, I'm doing really well. This is the last big task for my day, and I have to pick up my kid in like a half hour, so I don't really have a ton of time to sit down and read, but I do think I have chosen what book I'm going to read next on my Kindle. And I think I'm gonna go to the Dixon Rule. I think that's what it's called. It's book 2 in the Campus Diaries, which is like the second gen of the Off Campus series by Elle Kennedy. And I recently read the Graham Effect, which is book 1 in that series, and had such a good time. And I just think I keep thinking about it. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and revisit that world. Let's go back to it because it's making me happy right now. And I think that's just what I need. So we're gonna pick up that, see if I like it. There are 3 books out in that series right now. And I would love to just like read all of them right now and be caught up in another series instead of like leaving it kind of like in progress. So that's my current plan. We'll see if I want to read book 3 right after I finish the Dixon Rule, or if I want to read like another book off of my TBR first. So I don't know, I'll keep you posted. I do feel like this series, the books are longer than like a normal romance. I feel like the Graham Effect was like almost 500 pages, if not 500 pages. Like it was pretty long. So I do think, I don't know, if I get in a good rhythm, I might just breeze through it, but we'll see. I don't know, we've got some things going on. So I don't know how much time I'll have to actually like read in the next couple of days, but I would love to just kind of breeze through a book, get something read, get something checked off, just to kind of like feel the momentum of reading, I think is what I need, because I feel like it's been a little bit since I finished a book, and I kind of just like want the, I don't know, it's like the positive affirmation of like finishing a book. It feels like checking something off. It just feels good. So I think I kind of need that in my life right now. But those are my current plans. I'll keep you posted when I got an update on either of these books and how I'm liking them, and if we're gonna keep reading them or if we're gonna pivot again. We'll see. I feel like that's kind of been me recently, is just reading and then pivoting and then thinking I have a plan and then pivoting again, and I just would like to stick with something. So we'll figure it out, but I'll let you know. I am now showered and ready for bed, and I want to jump into some reading, but I also want to watch some Gilmore Girls tonight. I just started season 2. I'm currently watching the entire Gilmore Girls series, or rewatching, I should say, with my sister. We have a certain number of days that we spend watching each season, and then we kind of debrief together and talk through like things that we've noticed that we haven't noticed in the past, or themes that we kind of see creeping throughout the series starting very early, or some like little hints that we've seen from the beginning and how those manifest over the seasons, which has been so fun. So we started season 2 today. I'm only 1 episode in, so I need to do a little bit more watching so I don't have to watch so much next week. But I want to give a quick like update on where I'm at in my reading. I did end up starting the Dixon Rule. This is book 2 in the Off-Campus Diaries. This is the second gen series in the Off-Campus Briar U world. And it's been so fun to see the characters from the off-campus world like as parents in this series. Neither of our main characters have parents that were in the off-campus series. We have Shane, our MMC. He is a hockey player at Briar, and so he kind of like ends up in the same world as the characters from the off-campus series and their offspring. He has been playing the field a little bit since he ended his relationship with his long-term girlfriend, and he's kind of feeling like he wants to settle down again and maybe like become a relationship guy, or like realizes that he's a relationship guy. He's not really like a fling guy. So he's kind of dealing with that. And then we have Diana, who is our FMC, and she is a cheerleader. She lives next door to Shane, and she hates him because he has kind of gone around with all of the cheerleaders, and she's sick of it because there's been some drama because of that, and she feels like it's all his fault. So she's not Shane's biggest fan, but they do end up kind of interacting quite a bit because of their friends. Their best friends are the main characters from book 1, so they've been around each other a lot. And they come to a situation where they end up having to fake date, and I love this trope. This is one of my favorite tropes, and I really think it works well here. To an extent, I feel like some of it is a little bit outlandish, and I'm like, okay, I don't see how this is necessary for some of the plot, but for other parts of the plot, I do understand. So it's just a little bit comical. Like, I think I have to kind of let some things go in my mind with this particular trope in this book, but I'm having such a good time. The banter is really good. I think the characters like work well together, like bounce off of each other well, and I don't know, they seem to like they annoy each other. They say they don't like each other, but like they think about each other way more than someone who doesn't like someone should, if that makes sense. So I'm having a good time. I am 48% into this book, so reading it pretty quickly. I would love to finish it. I don't want to say tonight. This book is like 500 pages long. I would love to finish this book by tomorrow, and I might jump straight into book 3 because I'm just enjoying this world. I'm enjoying the easy writing. I'm not saying it's bad writing. It's just easy to read. I actually think Elle Kennedy is a fantastic romance author, and I just kind of get swept up in her world, and her characters are so great, and the found family is excellent, and I'm just having a really good time, and I think that's what we should be doing when we're reading. So I'm going to keep reading this. I'm going to try to watch some Gilmore Girls at the same time. I want to stay up for a little bit, but not too late, so that's why I'm like not sure if I'll finish this tonight, but so far so good. I'm so glad I picked this book. Finishing season 1 of Gilmore Girls, I made the Rocky Road cookies from season 1. Batch 2 definitely turned out better than batch 1, and we'll do a taste test, but these look so delicious. I left out the pecans because my son does not eat nuts, but they still look so good, and they definitely smell like Rocky Road ice cream. All right, we are going to taste test this cookie. I'm running my dishwasher. Apologies if you can hear it in the background. Okay, here's what it looks like. It's so cute, like a little s'mores cookie. It's actually a Rocky Road. All right, let's try this. Oh my gosh, look at that marshmallow. That's good. It does taste like Rocky Road. Also, just like hot chocolate and a cookie. Yeah, that's what it tastes like. That's good. Delish. Okay. Tonight's plans are the same as last night's plans. We are watching Gilmore Girls, and we are reading The Dixon Rule. I am currently at 67%. Our fake dating couple is, you know, starting to have feelings for each other, but they have not admitted that to each other or to themselves yet. It's been so fun to like see them interact, and like they're still bickering and bantering, but they don't like hate each other like they used to. I don't think they ever actually hated each other, but It's just like a more fun, flirty type of banter, which has been so fun to read. And I'm curious to see what the like third act conflict is going to be. There are a couple of things I think they have like placed moments or like little hints of something happening. So I think there could be a couple of different things that play out here, and I want to know which direction they're going to go in. So I didn't get that much reading done last night because I was like focused on Gilmore Girls. So tonight I would love to finish this is the goal. I am at 67%. So I do have quite a bit to go because this book is quite long, but I feel like once I get into a book, it's hard to stop. So I'm hoping that like the last 30% will just kind of like fly through. So that is the goal. I'll let you know when I'm finished. Hopefully that will be tomorrow at some point because I want to read a new book. Hello, my friends. It is the next night and I have not vlogged at all today. I have been solo parenting all weekend, so it's just been go, go, go. I did stay up way too late last night finishing the Dixon Rule, and I want to talk to you more about that and then what I'm currently reading. But I just put my kid to sleep. I need to shower and kind of like relax for the evening, so I'm gonna go do that and then I'll come back and tell you my thoughts on reading, where I'm at currently, and what I'm gonna read next. The feeling of an everything shower, nothing compares, honestly. It feels so good to have my hair clean. Okay, I need to chat about the Dixon Rule and what I'm currently reading, and honestly, I think I'm just gonna go to bed very shortly after this update because I stayed up so late last night. I feel like I just got to a point in the Dixon Rule where I was like, I'm just going to finish this, you know? You guys ever get that? Where you hit like a certain number of pages left and you're like, well, I guess I'm just gonna stay up and read this. And it was so fun. And as I predicted, a couple of like conflict things happened in the third act, and they were pretty on par with what I was anticipating. And so I don't feel like they came out of left field. But I will say they were a lot more like gut-wrenching than I assumed they would be. I did cry, which I did not expect, to be honest. I don't cry a lot when I read books, so that was a little bit of a surprise for me. Overall, I don't know if I liked this book as much as I liked The Graham Effect. I feel like, well, I don't know. I would say I'm really enjoying this particular series. I'm having so much fun in this hockey world, and I don't know, I'm really enjoying it. I think the writing is good, the storytelling is good, the characters are so fun, the chemistry is great. I am curious about book 3, which is what I picked up this morning, and that is the Charlie Method, and this follows 2 of the hockey players on the Briar U team, which we have previously met in the other 2 books, and they enjoy sharing. So there is a female POV and then 2 male POVs, and I'm not sure how that's all gonna work out, but I'm interested. I really like both of the MMCs, so I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I'm having a good time so far. I'm not very far in, like maybe 15%, but so far I'm liking what I'm reading. So I feel like that's like a good sign that I'm enjoying it so far. I'm gonna do a sheet mask, I think, because I'm feeling just a little dry, and that's probably because I stayed up too late last night and I did not drink enough water today because I was just chugging coffee like nobody's business in order to stay awake today. As I said, I am solo parenting this weekend, which has been totally fine. It's just like you're on all the time. And that can be like at the end of the day, I'm just tired. But I think this tired is all my own doing because of how late I stayed up last night. So I do want to watch an episode of Gilmore Girls. I also have heard good things about that new show. I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. The Wrong Paris, maybe? I think it's about a girl who like signs up for a reality show that she thinks is in Paris, France, but it ends up being Paris, Texas. Does that sound right? I don't know. I've been seeing like pretty good reviews about it, so I am like kind of intrigued, but I'm not sure I'm ready for like a full-on movie tonight. I don't know. I'm pretty tired. We'll see. Please don't let this be a jump scare for you, but my skin needs this so desperately. So we are gonna leave this mask on for however long the instructions say. We'll watch a little TV. We'll read a little bit of the Charlie method. And I think tomorrow I'll let you know how I'm feeling about it. Hopefully I can get a little bit further in and give you like a better synopsis of what I gave you tonight. But so far, the reading in this vlog has been impeccable. I'm really enjoying the mood reading that I've been doing, and I feel like that's exactly what I needed because I was really struggling last week. All right, we are going to try out The Wrong Paris. I don't know, I've heard like good things about this, so I'm gonna try it. I'm in the mood for like something cheesy, something cute, and I feel like this might hit the bill, so hopefully this will be a winner. Bad decisions were made last night, my friends. Once again, I have stayed up way too late reading a book from the Campus Diary series. I'm having too much fun with this entire series. As I mentioned last night, I decided to pick up The Charlie Method, which is book 3 in the Campus Diaries. And this book follows 2 hockey players, Will and Beckett, and the FMC is named Charlotte. She is like the quintessential prep sorority girl. She has her life together. She's very like prim and proper, like Miss East Coast. She has a 4.0. She wants to go to grad school. She's very active in her sorority and is just very like, you know, Miss Prim and Proper. But she kind of has like 2 different, I don't want to say personalities, but she hides a lot of who she is. She puts up this front as like perfect Charlotte, but then she has this like other part of her, and she feels like that part of her is like inappropriate, or she's kind of ashamed of the things that she likes. She really loves driving fast cars. She likes some things in the bedroom that she feels is not normal, and she kind of feels a little shame about it. But she ends up meeting Will and Beckett, and they also like those same things, so they prefer to share, and it's just a really interesting dynamic between the 3 of them. I'm having a great time reading this book. I'm already over 50%, and I just love the dynamics between all 3 of them. We've got best friends Will and Beckett, so we get like the hockey aspect, we get them as best friends, we get the found family aspect from like the hockey team and all the characters we've seen in the past 2 books, but then we also get this really unique dynamic between all 3 of them, and that's starting to unfold more now that they are actually spending time together, getting to know each other. And I'm not sure how this is going to work out like as a happily ever after, so I'm just like along for the ride. I'm having a good time, just as all the other books. I think this is probably my least favorite of the 3 so far, but I'm still having the best time. And I think that's just because we have 3 POVs, we have 3 different characters, and it feels a little bit difficult to like really fall in love with each character individually. I mean, I've known the hockey boys from other books, so I know who they are, but like I feel like we don't get as much time and attention on their stories. I don't know, you're adding another character. It's a new dynamic between 3 characters, so it's just a little bit different for me, but I am still having like a great time. I also really need to get some sleep because I have been staying up late like every single night, and it's not great. So tonight I need to go to bed early. I did also watch The Wrong Paris on Netflix, and it was so cute. I was not sure what I was expecting. I mean, I was expecting like a cheesy rom-com, and it was so much better than I thought it was going to be. Like the acting was good, the production value was low, but like they kind of worked with it. Like it made sense for the premise of the show. Essentially, our FMC is trying to get to Paris because she got into art school, but she can't afford the plane ticket to get there. So she decides to sign up for this dating show that is taking place in Paris, and she's like, well, it'll get me to Paris, and then if I get kicked out or like eliminated, I'm already in Paris. But it ends up being Paris, Texas, which is like an hour away from where she grew up. It's really not like escaping her small town because she's now in another small town, and she's not in France. And there's a there's a great connection between our FMC and our MMC, and it was just a really fun, like, silly, goofy time, and I really enjoyed it. So if you're thinking about watching it, I would recommend. Today I need to go grocery shopping. I need to get my life together a little bit, but I also just want to finish the Charlie Method, so we'll probably do that. My husband's coming home today, so we'll be back in our regularly scheduled programming for evenings as far as like not staying up too late reading every night. So I mean, he'll like help me go to sleep on time now that he's home. So those are the plans for the day. I'll let you know when I finish the Charlie Method, or if I have any other thoughts and updates. We'll see if we find anything good at Trader Joe's. I don't know, I'm looking for maybe like something fall and festive and fun. I did get the pumpkin spice cookies last time I was there, and I still haven't opened the box. So I'm just gonna see if there's anything new that I just like must try. We'll go from there. I'm so glad I decided to mood read this week, and I'm so glad I decided to binge the series because I haven't had this much fun, I feel like, in a long time, and that's what reading should be about, so I'm really happy about that. I decided an afternoon cup of coffee was necessary today to make it through. I am currently 81% through the Charlie Method, and I'm not sure how this book is going to wrap up. I don't know how we're going to get to a happily ever after, and I really hope we do because I really enjoy all of these characters. I really love their dynamic. It's a little bit outside like my normal sphere of romance, but like I'm having a good time and I see how they work. I'm just not sure how it's going to work like in real life in the book, if that makes sense. So I'm probably not going to finish it right now. I have to go pick up my kid from school in like less than an hour. So I am probably going to finish this tonight, and I'll let you know my final thoughts, especially on how this wraps up. But like, I feel like something bad is going to happen before it can get good, and it makes me a little nervous. And I want them all to be happy and taken care of and not embarrassed and like, yeah, just like happy. And I'm not sure how we're gonna get there without getting a little bit hurt first. So it makes me a little sad. Okay, we have the coffee, we have my breakfast, and we've got The Summer I Turned Pretty season finale on the TV. I'm gonna sit down and watch this. All my chores for the day are done. So I'm just gonna watch this, be sad, be happy, I don't know, we'll see. And then I will come and tell you my final thoughts on the books I've been reading and what's been going on recently. But first, The Summer I Turned Pretty. You guys, The Summer I Turned Pretty is over. I'm so sad. I do wonder if she'll give us a little surprise episode at some point, because I don't know. There's no spoilers. The way that it ended just gave me the feeling that like it's not all complete. I mean, it seems like it's in an okay spot, but I think I wanted like a little bit more closure on some things. So I'm hoping that she'll give us a surprise episode. She does love Taylor, and Taylor loves surprises, and she loves Easter eggs, so maybe we'll get something in the future, but I'm really just sad it's over. I love it so much. I am Team Conrad, have been Team Conrad for my whole life, since I first read these books so long ago. But I just loved seeing it on the screen. It was really fun to see it come to life, and I feel like this season was incredible. I love all the love that it's getting and attention that it's getting for the actors and for Jenny, and it's just been so fun to have on TV. So I'm kind of sad, but I love that it happened. Anyways, I need to finish talking about the Charlie Method because I did finish that. I didn't vlog at all yesterday. I finished this book 2 days ago. I think I'm going to give this book 3.5 stars. I had a great time reading this book. I've had a great time reading all of the books in this series. I just am really into Elle Kennedy's Briar universe. Like, I wouldn't say I love all of the books, but like I love this universe. I think the found family aspect is fantastic. I love the hockey talk. I love the friendships with the hockey players as well as our other main characters that we've got going on that are kind of thrown in the mix and brought into the circle, and the families and the parents. And it's just been like the best summer of reading this whole series. I had previously read a couple of books in each of the Off-Campus and the Briar U series, but this summer I decided to get back to it, and now I've read everything in this universe, and it's just been a delight. I have found that the last book in each of the series is my least favorite, which is unfortunate. And I do think there is another book in this particular series, the Campus Diary series, that is still coming out, maybe next year. And I do hope that's not the last one. Like, I feel like there's some setup for some other books if she decides to write in this world, and I really hope she does because it's so fun. But this one is my least favorite of the three that are currently out. I would say my ranking is probably the Graham Effect, the Dixon Rule, and then the Charlie Method, so in the order of the series. And I would say the first two I really, really loved, like almost on par with each other. The third one, I think, because of the nature of the content and the romance itself, I mean, we've got 2 hockey players and then we have 1 FMC, and I just think there's something about that. I don't necessarily think that's for me, and that's fine. I don't knock this book at all for the relationship that it explored, and I thought it was interesting to read about. I think I liked each character just fine. There was something about it though that I feel like we missed some deeper connection, both between our main characters, but also as a reader, because there was just a lot of content to kind of dive into with 3 POVs. And I think some of that kind of got lost. And I feel like the author focused on some things with a couple of the characters that I just feel like, I don't know if it was necessary to get that deep into some of those particular issues. And then other things I wish we had gotten more details on or gotten a little bit deeper with, we kind of missed out on. And I think that's because this book could not be 700 pages, right? With the amount of content and having a multi-person relationship is just, there's a lot going on, right? You have a lot of different feelings, you have different POVs, you have a lot going on. And so I think there was something that was just missing for me as far as like really understanding their connection and like falling in love with these characters the way that I wanted to. So overall, like, I had a great time being back in this world and being with these characters and getting to know more about these characters. I just think like, I'm not sure I cared as much about these characters as I did about previous characters for previous books in this series. So that's all to say. I had a great time reading this series. I was feeling a little like, I don't know, down on myself because my whole goal for this year has been to read down my series list. And I started The Graham Effect, which was essentially starting a new series. And I was like, oh man, I have another series to add to the list. But I think like reading back to back to back was actually really nice. And it helped me check off a series from my list with like barely putting it on. So I'm fine with it. I do feel like I need to focus a little bit more, like get into focus a little bit more on reading my series because I am quite behind on that, but I'm glad that I was able to start and finish a series, so we're not adding anything to our list, which is great. And honestly, I think I'm gonna end this vlog here because I'm not sure what I want to read next. I just feel like let's stop when we're on top, and my next vlog can pick up another book when I feel like picking up another book. But thank you so much for watching today's vlog. This was kind of all over the place, but this is usually what my life looks like, so thanks for coming along. I hope you have a wonderful day, and hopefully I will catch you in the next one soon. Bye.